I learned this one from Master Yaakov Hamizrahi. And this is from long, long ago, when the world was young, and there were not so many people, so many creatures. And that's why this is the story of Brother Man. Now, one day, Brother Man was wending his way up along the great river when he came upon Brother Wolf. Now, back in these days, everyone could talk to one another, and nobody was enemies. So, "Hail, Brother Man," says Brother Wolf. "Where are you off to this fine morning?" "Well, hail, Brother Wolf. I am off to find God." "What do you want with him?" "Well, I'm going to ask God for what I want." No, that's not right. I'm going to ask God for what I need." "No, that isn't it either." "I'm going to ask God for what I deserve." "That's it." "I see," said Brother Wolf. "Well, if you find God, would you ask him a question from me, Brother Man?" "Sure thing, Brother Wolf. What's your question?" "Could you ask God why it is I feel this constant gnawing in the center of my tummy? I've tried roots and berries and whatever. Nothing will satisfy my hunger. Surely God would know how to satisfy it." "Well, sure thing. I'll be happy to ask him when I find him." "Best of luck to you, Brother Man, and to you too, Brother Wolf." And he continues on his way up the great river, and before long he comes across a lovely little cottage with a farm. And working the farm is a woman whose beauty simply takes Brother Man's breath away. And she looks up. "Hail, Brother Man," she says. "Well, hail, milady. Where are you off to this fine morning?" "I am off to find God. I'm going to ask God for what I want." No. I'm going to ask God for what I need. Not sure why I'm having so much trouble with this. "I'm going to ask God for what I deserve." Right. "I see," said the young lady. "And if you find God, could you ask him a question for me?" "Well, of course, milady. What's your question?" "Can you ask God why it is in the midst of this beautiful home and this lovely little farm, I could find no true contentment? It's almost as if there's a little too much of everything, but I can't take complete joy in it. Surely God would know how to set that right." "Absolutely. If I find him, I will ask your question." "Best of luck to you, Brother Man." "Good day to you." And he continues on his way up the great river, and before long, he comes across a grove of willow trees. All of them are lush and green and healthy, except for one that is shriveled, stooped, with brown curled leaves. And it calls out to him. "Hail, Brother Man," it says. "And where are you off to this fine morning?" "Interesting day I'm having." "Hail, Brother Willow Tree. I'm off to find God. I'm going to ask God for what I want. I don't know what's going on today. I'm going to ask God for what I need." No. Getting frustrating. "I'm going to ask God for what I deserve." Deserve. I'm going to remember this. I know it. "I see," said the little tree. "Well, if you find God, do you have a question?" "How did you know?" "Lucky guess." "Could you ask God why it is that all my brethren here are so lush and healthy, and I don't seem to ever be able to absorb any moisture? I'm constantly thirsty. How can I be healthy like the rest of the grove?" "I'll be sure to ask him when I find him. Best of luck to you." "And to you, Brother Willow Tree." Okay. And he continues on up and goes round a corner, and he finds God. There he is, checking out his creation and taking some well-deserved rest after all of his hard labor. "Hail, God," says Brother Man. "Whoa." "Hail, Brother Man," says God. "And where are you off to this fine morning?" "As a matter of fact, I was looking for you." "Really?" "Well, what do you want?" "Well, I came here because I wanted to ask you for what I want." No. "I came here to ask you for what I need." "I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with this." "No. I came here to ask you, hold on, for what I deserve." That's it. "I see," said God. "Well, I'll tell you what, Brother Man. If you were to turn yourself around and head right back down the river the way you came, far away from me, I promise that I will deliver unto you what you want, what you need, and what you deserve. How does that sound? That sounds wonderful, God. Thank you. But I forgot. I almost forgot. There's actually some questions I was asked to pass along to you. Of course there are. What are your questions? So, Brother Wolf wants to understand why, no matter what he eats, it never satisfies him. And that lovely young woman in the cottage with the farm, up the way, wants to know why, despite all the beauty she has, it never fulfills her. And this brown willow tree wants to understand why he never seems to be able to satisfy his thirst and get healthy like the other ones. Do you know can you help them? Well, of course I can, brother man. Let me give you the answers to your questions. And he did. And, true to his word, Brother Man wheeled around and headed back down the great river. And before long, he came across the grove of willow trees. "Hail, Brother Man," said the brown, shriveled willow tree. "Did you find God?" "Yes, I did." "Did you ask him my question?" "Yes, I did." "What did God say?" "God told me to tell you that there is a chest blocking your root structure from the moisture from the river. Buried in there, filled with gold and gems and all manner of things that would be of no use to a willow tree, though I could see that they might be of use to a man. I suppose they would. So all you need is for someone to dig up this chest full of things that are no use to a willow tree, though they might be of use to a man. I suppose they would. And take it out of your way, and you'll get access to the river in no time. You'll be healthy within a fortnight." "That sounds wonderful. That's wonderful news. So, Brother Man, would you be willing to dig up this chest that's full of things that are of no use to a willow tree, but might be to a man, carry it out of my way so I can get a drink?" "Ooh," said Brother Man, I hadn't considered that. That would be a wonderful idea. But God told me that if I headed back down the river the way I came, He would provide me what I want, what I need, and what I deserve. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to keep on going. But best of luck to you. And to you, Brother Man, said the miserable willow tree. And Brother Man continued on his way until he came to the cottage of the farm. "Hail, Brother Man," said the beautiful young woman. "Did you find God?" "Yes, I did." "Did you ask him my question?" "Yes, I did." "What did God say?" "So God told me to tell you that you are suffering from loneliness. That what you need is, these are interesting words he gave me, you need a soulmate. Someone who can share your bounty with you and love you, and you can love in return, and you can create a family together, and then your life will be rich and full of fulfillment." "Really?" she said. "So, Brother Man, would you be willing to be my soulmate and stay and live with me and enjoy all the fruits of my love and raise a family with me?" "Ooh," said Brother Man, I hadn't considered that. That would be a wonderful idea. But God told me that if I were to continue on down the river, that I would find what I want, what I need, and what I deserve. So I'm afraid I have to keep going, but best of luck to you." "And to you, Brother Man," she said. And so he continued on down the way until he found Brother Wolf. "Hail, Brother Man," said Brother Wolf. "So did you find God?" "Yes, I did." "Did you ask him my question?" "Yes, I did." "What did God say?" It was the strangest thing. I want to make sure I get this exactly right. God told me to tell you, you are put on this earth to eat fools. From time to time, I will send such a one to you. You'll be able to smell it on them. And you'll know that I have put in their path just what they want and precisely what they need. And if they stumble on past that and make their way to you, I am counting on you to give them exactly what they deserve. Does that make any sense?" "Yes," said Brother Wolf. Yes, it does. And that is the last anyone ever heard of the fool